James Wright, VTS.
Ahoy, shipmates!
James Wright, VTS.
James Wright is getting in trouble having BTS getting back to him.
James Wright, are you trying to call Southampton VTS?
Affirmative.
Well, you need to get it round the right way, sir.
It's confusing. Hang on, where's James Wright? I bet James Wright's trying to get into Portsmouth. Portsmouth's changed. We now have.
Yeah, James Wright, VTS, go ahead.
You now have Southampton VTS and Portsmouth VTS.
James Wright, VTS. This is us now off patrol, back at Town Quay.
It's causing some confusion. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally with that. We've missed the haulage from a Princess ship. Well, I can't remember which one it is. Hang on, let me check. I'll look on the map. There we go, Sky Princess. She's let us. She's had some honking already from Sky Princess. As you can see, she's moved off. She's a little touch early. It's quite a busy day today. I did hear her just about on the radio, and then a few seconds later, I heard the horns, and the wind is from the. Which direction is it from? It's from the west, isn't it? It's a westerly direction. But anyway, it was very faint in the headphones, like east-northeast sort of winds blowing that way. Easterly direction wind there.
Yeah, station calling Southampton VTS. Say again your name?
But we have, this evening, we have 5 departures. Super Saturday, I'm calling this now. We got 3 departures. I'm not going to get any of this right away. 3 departures at 4 o'clock. Celebrity Apex, Sky Princess, MSC Virtuosa. Sky Princess is on the move. Then at 5:15, I don't think it's 5:15. I think it meant to be, so I meant to say 5:30. I'll have to correct that. 5:30 Iona, 6 o'clock Norwegian Star, and then 6:30 I'm Captain's redeploying to the Dancing Man. And Sky Princess is now on our screens. And as you can see down there, there is a fake festival currently in Mayflower Park. And I'm just noticing, I hadn't really been paying much attention. The captain doesn't pay much attention. But what is this? I've just noticed. It's some sort of like massive giant dartboard. I'd have to say, that is probably a dartboard I could hit. Or is that one of those human dartboards where you throw humans up there? I'm not sure what that is. Anyway, there's a fake festival on in Mayflower Park. Well, that would be interesting. As far as I know, it's sorts of cover bands. I'm not sure who's playing there, but I can't hear anything. They're either very quiet or it hasn't started yet. Oh, the shipmates in the chat. Lots of shipmates in the chat. Oh, plenty of shipmates in the chat. Hi there, Maffy587. Hi there, Mrs. Ayo. She's on Red Eagle. Oh, we've got to watch out for Mrs. Ayo. I think she's arriving shortly. She's going to wave a flag from the Red Eagle. Slightly different. Don't normally get that sort of behaviour from a red funnel. Where is she anyway? Where is the Red Eagle? Falcon. She's already in port somewhere. Oh, there we go. Let's have a quick look. See if we can see Mrs. Ayo. See if we get some flag waving for a red funnel ferry for a change.
VTS, all received. Thank you. Good afternoon to you. We'll speak to you later.
She might already be on board. Yeah.
VTS, Celebrity Apex.
She's probably already down there, ready to know her car.
Apex VTS, sir. After you get there.
Yeah, afternoon, Andy. We're singling up now, 101. As soon as the Sky Princess is clear, we'll lift off. We're happy.
That's all received, sir. Thank you.
Right, Sky Princess, which reminds me, Paul from our channel sponsor Love Cruise, he sent me over some adverts, but I'm not very keen on showing you one of them because I want to go on this one. Let me see, what date are we? What's the day today? Saturday. All right, so Sky Princess, she's off onto the fields, but let's see if I can find the Sky Princess adverts on after. If I don't see it, here we go. Right, I've got 2 on Sky Princess, but this one, now he assures me, Paul from Love Cruise, assures me he's checked this price 3 times on various different sources. But there we go, 16-day France-Portugal passage. So you'll pop into France, pop into Vigo in Spain, then the Azores, actually stop in the Azores. I went past the Azores last time on Norwegian Aqua. Then all the way across to Bermuda, then Port Canaveral. 16 nights on board, inside from 679 per person, and only 759 for a balcony. That's the beauty of a repositioning cruise. Really good value for money. But like I say, I'm not sure. I wasn't going to show you that one because I'm really tempted with that myself. And that's 16 nights. That gets you into Florida at the beginning of December, when it's, quite frankly, a really nice time of year to visit Florida that time of year. I've got some friends over there, so I might well be doing that one. I'd have to vlog every day, of course, because I know you like my daily vlogs. Although obviously you've got to fly back, which is slightly inconvenient, but I've got friends in Florida, so that will suit me down to the ground. But if you wanted to come back to Southampton, Southampton to Southampton cruise, which are always the ones I like, this one is a 14-day Mediterranean adventure. Calling it La Coruna. A couple of days at sea, then Barcelona. Oh, and then Livorno for Pisa for Florence. That's a new. I don't often see the stops there. Civita for Rome, Sardinia, and then back to Southampton. Starting from just over £1,000 or £2,000 for a mini suite. I know Paul from Love Cruise was telling me what the advantages of a mini suite was, and I don't remember the one that only stuck in my mind was free laundry. Right, anyway, Mrs. Ayo apparently is on there waving the flag. We might have missed her. Ahoy there, Hades.
Warship led previous, yeah.
Ahoy there, Malfi. Ahoy there, Paul Weaver. Ahoy there, News Girl.
Warship led previous, yes, that's all received, thank you.
Ahoy there, Edward Coates. Ahoy there, Georgina Stevenson. Ahoy there, Elizabeth G. There we go. I think I've got most people covered at the moment. Well, the shipmate Sharon Scallon says, good afternoon. We've set you up in the garden so we can enjoy the sunshine and a glass of wine whilst we watch. Oh, do you know what? That's a brilliant idea, shipmate. I've just been down at Netley Cliff Sailing Club today, just helping out with a few things and working out how the dinghies work. And it started off this morning, I would say a little chilly. Not cold, but just, just a little fresh. But it's, as the day's gone on, it's warmed up beautifully. Turning into a lovely day. Ferry's very busy. Everyone's over to the Isle of Wight, enjoying the microclimate the Isle of Wight has to offer. So anyway, that's a 14-day cruise on Southampton to Southampton. But if you fancy being a bit more adventurous and you want to get out of the UK from all that horrible December weather, I think that you couldn't go far wrong with that.
Southampton VDS, Woodstar, that's Western Shelf outbound to Esso, sir.
759 with a balcony.
Woodstar VDS, thank you.
I also just had an update from Paul from Love Cruise, and he says about £1,200, including flights and and transfers. I think that's per person. I'm not sure if that's balcony or inside. Either way, gives you an idea if you want to do the whole circuit. So that's £1,200. Let's just say that's an inside per person. Gets you out of that horrible December weather, over to a bit of sunny Florida, through the Azores.
Yeah. Jet 6.
No, I thought that was a ship, Paul. Apparently it's not. It's an aeroplane.
Richard 60, just thank you. Got the Sky Princess approaching Spearhead, outward bound. The Wood Star is a Western Shelf down for SO6. CMA CGM Pegasus, the Catalans, outward bound, clear chat.
So received, thank you.
I tell you what I have noticed. There's, over in Marchwood, there is a Glovis Ro-Ro, which we don't normally see over in Marchwood. It's a very unusual sight. Anyway, this cruise, this is probably would be more pertinent, wouldn't it?
Yes, Celebrity Apex, underway from 101. I've got the numbers if you're ready.
Oh, yeah, I have the numbers. Where's the numbers? Well, I've lost my browser now.
Yeah, Celebrity Apex, just done. And, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, passengers 2762 and crew 1322 plus 1.
Read back 2762 and 1322.
All correct, thank you.
So the numbers for Celebrity Apex, we'll go over that in a second because we're still watching Sky Princess. And of course, in case you're wondering, we're going on a group cruise on Sky Princess in November off to Hamburg. But anyway, today, Celebrity Apex, she's off for a 14-night round trip to Scandinavian fields.
Sky Princess, Pierhead Boy out.
Sky Princess, VTS. Thank you, sir.
And she's calling in at Kristiansand, Oslo, Copenhagen in Denmark, Kristiansand in Norway, Oslo in Norway, Copenhagen in Denmark, Skagen in Denmark, and then Southampton in England, in case you're wondering. Then she's back out again, Haugesund in Norway, Skagen in Norway, Olden in Norway, and then Stavanger in Norway. That's really odd. I mean, I suppose it's really interesting, but I'm not sure you want to do the whole 14 days. You're probably more likely to do the 7 days anyway. I think you get the drift. If you're, some people, they want to stay on board for a longer period. I'm just having a quick look, see if we've got any shipmates up by the sign. Potentially. Fortunately, I can't see at the moment. It's right in the sun. Do like to complain about the sun. Ferry's really busy at the moment. They've got one ferry down. They normally operate 3 this time of year, but one ferry is awaiting parts. Well, the shipmates, J.A. Thomas, isn't it 6 ships sailing out today? No, just the 5 shipmates, just the 5. 5 ships, and then the captain also has to depart for the Dancing Man. Oh, there's shipmate Deborah Spello. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for becoming a member of the channel. Make your way down to the galley and grab yourself a mug of grog. The captain's still having problems with his voice. It's a bit, it's not 100% reliable at the moment. Probably about 90% there. Just can't quite get it 100%. I didn't hear any numbers for Sky Princess. I don't know if anyone else did. I'm just having a quick flick back through the chat. I was busy down at Netley Club, and as per usual, only got in just before the prerequisite departure times. We've got 3 ships departing at 4 o'clock. So, as far as I know, Celebrity Apex is next away. I've heard her on the radio. Then we will have another ship after that. MSC Virtuosa.
Red Jet 70, that's all received, sir. Thank you. You have the CMA CGM Pegasus, SO outward bound, jump speed. The Wet Star running down to Lane Lake, she's in for SO number 6. The Sky Princess is passing Town Quay now, outward bound. Celebrity Apex swinging in the middle, swinging ground.
See a couple of waivers up here. Looks quite busy on the top deck of Sky Princess. Yeah, I heard that one, and as you can see, just as the Sky Princess goes past Town Quay Pier, we've already got the Celebrity Apex on the move. So right, let's move across to the next one. We've had numbers for Celebrity Apex. We had a question last night's streams. I think it was Fraser, actually, from Fraser at Sea.
Julia Sarita, Saranda VTS. Good afternoon.
He was asking about do people complain about ships' noises? And the Princess ships generally make quite a racket, not only when they depart, but also as they're passing Town Quay.
Julia Teresa, negative note that we've got you down for a 1900 departure. Departing at 1900 local time this evening. Your pilot to be with you approximately 20 to 30 minutes before this time from the shore side.
Okay, got some prices here from Paul from Love Cruise for the Celebrity Apex. This is the 8th of October. This year for 11 nights. Inside from 1,402 and out on a balcony for 2,400. It's quite pricey, isn't it?
That is all correct.
is 11 nights from the Canaries. That's heading down to Vigo in Spain, Funchal, Madeira, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lisbon, and so on and so forth. Oh, the shipmate Catherine Alicia. Welcome aboard, shipmate. And here's another one. Oh, how different these prices are from Princess Cruises. Different type of ship, though, but it's amazing, isn't it? This is a 14-night next year in August. It's August, I suppose. School holidays. It's bound to be pricey, isn't it? A Mediterranean, Spain, Portuguese. The total solar eclipse one. Oh yeah, I really fancy this. The advantage of being on a ship is when you're at sea is you can get an ideal view of the solar eclipse because they'll make sure the ship is correctly where the eclipsing sun is transiting, I suppose you'd say. This one calls in at Porto, then Lisbon in Portugal, then Palma de Mallorca, Barcelona, Ibiza, Malaga, La Coruna, Bilbao, and then back here to the wonderful port of Southampton. Now, Apex, sorry. Let's get my words right here. We did have some numbers for Apex. Apex. Did write it here somewhere. There we go. Yes, Celebrity Apex departs with 2,762 crew. It's 1,322 crew. And if I look at my numbers here, that means she's got a maximum double occupancy of 2,900. So she's reasonably full, and a full complement of crew. And she is off to the fields as well. Fields, popular destination this time of year. She's calling in first at Zeebrugge in Belgium for Bruges, then Olden in Norway, Garanger in Norway, Alsund in Norway, then Stavanger, Norway, and then back home here to the wonderful port of Southampton. I'll stick those prices up for Celebrity Apex. I do quite enjoy the celebrity ship. They're a little bit quirky, like boutique hotels, imagistic. They also have been causing some unease with passengers because they have these balconies. I can show you here. There's a good view. So they don't really have balconies as such, but they have internal balconies, if that makes sense. So here you can see some of these windows are up and some are down. So if you have your window up, essentially it's an outside space that's inside. But if you have it down...
MSC Virtuoso, VGS.
Letting go now, 102, and once clear, backing into the Middleton window.
MSC Virtuoso, VGS, all understood, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you have your balcony down, you have all the fresh air coming into your balcony, so you can see over it, like a conventional balcony. But the disadvantage of that, apparently, it turns the air conditioning off. I think it's maybe depending on where you are in the world type thing. If some people like it, some people don't. I don't know, personally. The Celebrity Apex, so that was MSC Virtuoso. She's also radioed in. She's a little bit further up in the port, and then she's going to reverse down to the swing ground as well. And notice Apex is particularly swinging really close to the side there. Let me show you on the map. They don't normally swing quite so close to the dock there. That's really close. They can normally come out a little bit closer. Then, yeah, next way it's MSC Virtuosa. It's 3 at 4 o'clock. They are busy, aren't they? And I've lost my camera. I'll quickly get my camera up and going. It's one of these days when I'm running out of hands and arms and control devices. Deadly, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Southampton VTS, TMA, CJM Pegasus, just running down to the hook now. Outbound main channel to the east. This vessel will be using deep water route and through the outer nav boys.
TMA, CJM Pegasus, VGS, that's all understood. Thank you.
There we go. We can now see over on Netley Camp, they've got the Sky Princess going past the smaller Norwegian Star Getaway, Breakaway. Which one is it? Norwegian Star. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So that's just passing Dockhead there. The Celebrity Apex is in the middle of her swing. Celebrity Apex, she's how old is Celebrity Apex? Not that old, is she? 4 years old, built in 2021. 306 metres long, so not as big as some of the other ships. And she has this I was going to say magic carpet. I think it's flying carpet on the side of the vessel, that part of the orange loop. We can't see it anymore. There you go. You can see the Sky Princess passing dockhead there. Let's put that camera in a better location, shall we? Oh, the shipmate Edward Coates. Oh, he says he's been chatting to Johnny B. Apparently, he's doing well. That's good to hear. One of our shipmates is not doing too well at the moment, but sounds like he's on the mend. Good to hear. Right, I'm looking for itching cam. Here we go. Don't know if we'll get any. I don't know if we get any honking out of Celebrity Apex. That would be the moment. Somebody asking where Celebrity Apex off to shop an 8-day round trip to the Norwegian fjords. Calling it Zeebrugge, Bruges for Belgium, then Olden in Norway, Garage in Norway, Ulster in Norway, Stavanger in Norway, and then all the way back here to the wonderful port of Southampton. Right, I know I've been neglecting the chat somewhat, so I'll have a quick look through it. It's been difficult to keep on top of things at the moment. Oh, that's not Sky Princess, it's Apex, isn't it? There we go. Let's give you some sample pricing on Apex.
VTS Celebrity Apex, spearhead out.
Shepherd Book says, oh, magic carpet, not flying carpet. I always get it around the wrong way.
Celebrity Apex, VTS, all received. Thank you.
Shipmate Calliot says, put the flag out on the Sky Princess. Oh, but you missed it. Oh, sorry, shipmate. Yeah, it's a bit busy with all these ships. Must apologise for that. I didn't see. I was looking. The only problem is it's quite difficult to look. If I had more hands, I could use the other camera, but lack of hands, basically. Lack of hands is an issue. The next away is it looks like they're all leaving really well. Oh, yep. Next away is the MSC Virtuosa, and she is on the move. Gosh, this is unusual. Normally, when you have 4 ships departing at 4 o'clock, they all get laid. But no, I think today they've been pretty good. The first one was before 4. The next one was as soon as the first one went past, and the third one is now moving as well. Very well behaved for a change. Shipmate Paula Thomas is on Virtuosa in 10 weeks' time. Oh, okay, we've got a wonderful day here. I didn't even look at the weather. What was the weather? Let's have a look. What was the forecast? We'll look at 16 degrees. It feels warmer than that. It's a gentle breeze out there. Wasn't really enough to go sailing, though. The old dinghies down Netley Cliff were struggling to find any propulsion. Again, there's looks like a fair few shipmates up on the top deck. It does feel warmer out there than the temperature's letting on. Wonder if there's any shipmates up by the name. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like we're clear up there. I'm pretty sure the celebrity ships have grass on the top there as well. Put the camera where I need to go. Oh, the shipmate Lisbeth Lee says you need 2 pairs of hands. I do need 2 pairs of hands, especially on a day like today.
BTS Sky Princess, just past Western Shelford.
Yeah, Sky Princess, VTS, all received. Thank you. And numbers when you've got them.
Yes, please, Sky Princess.
Yep.
Sometimes not been very good with their numbers sometimes, but recently I would say they've improved. We get their numbers almost as they depart, or even before they depart. And most of the ships have been departing very full. Well, shipmate Tom, he says, hi from Tom in Southampton. Boy, you're a local shipmate, aren't you? You can get down to Mayflower Park, give us a wave, shipmate. Oh, looks like somebody's waving up there. Oh, somebody's got a big red hand by the looks of it. Well, that's quite difficult to see, shipmate. You could have done with being underneath the sign and not in front of the rusty sculptures. Very lucky I spotted you. Oh, I can definitely see a shipmate, though, with a big red hand. Reminds me of the cruise monkeys. They've got the big yellow hands. So there goes Celebrity Apex off on her Norwegian field cruise. Next away, already heading towards the middle swing ground, is the MSC Virtuosa. Gosh, it's non-stop. This is almost as busy as Heathrow Airport. Oh, I'd give some of those plane channels a run for their money with their constantly landing planes. This is constantly moving cruise ships. And then we've still got Iona later as well, and Norwegian Star, which we can see on Netlycam. So there's Norwegian Star. We can see the stern of her. There's Iona at the Ocean Cruise Terminal, and now we have MSC Virtuosa.
The Celebrity Apex passing the Ocean Dock outward bound. The MSC Virtuosa, she's backing down, swinging in the middle swing ground. Sky Princess is running down to the Lanes Lake out, all clear channel.
Yeah, busy day, busy day. Oh, the shipmate Amy Jenkins says, hello from Iona, currently docked in Southampton. Yes, you are indeed, shipmate. No, that's not, wrong one. There we go. There is Iona. She's all docked. She's off at 5:30. And then at 6:30 we have Norwegian Star. And in the meantime, we've currently got MSC Virtuosa. Shipmate Archibald says, look for a yellow smiley face on a flag on the MSC Virtuosa. I shall try, shipmate. Are you forwards, backwards? Are you at the pointy end, the blunt end, or at the top or the bottom?
Yeah, Bridget 70, yes, thank you, sir. 4.26.
MSC Virtuosa, just like the other ships this evening, she is also off to the fields.
BTS Red Eagle, shortly away from Royal Pier.
Oh, yeah, shipmate Catherine saying...
yeah, sorry, station caller VTS.
BTS, the Red Eagle, shortly away from Royal Pier.
Red Eagle VTS, all received, sir, thank you. The MSC Virtuosa, just backing down in the middle swing ground. Got a swing proceeding out. Celebrity Apex, passing the Ocean Dock out. And the Sky Princess, Lanes Lake out, all clear channel.
So received, thanks.
Yeah, it's a busy day.
Red Falcon VTS.
Shipmate Fizz says they're near the pointy end, deck 11.
Yep, my apologies. Also got the teammate TGM Pegasus.
Holding a blue and white flag on Iona. I was going to say, you have to tell me which ship you're on. It can be slightly confusing at the moment. There we go. There is Celebrity Apex passing dockhead. And as our Blue Spanner Adjutant says, she's pining for the fields. Yes, indeed, shipmate. She's not a dead cruise ship. Really pining for the fields. Well, the shipmate Robert Lund says, what's the most amount of cruise ships to depart in one day? As far as I know, we typically, in a year, we have lots of 5 days, 5 ships departing on one day. if you're counting the actual port right here, although sometimes you can get an extra ship from somewhere else. So, although I have believed that someone did say there has been some 6 ship days, but I think that's very unusual. The port's not really geared up for 6 ships. Well, there should make Catherine says, glad you didn't go into town today after all the traffic. It's mad when we have a couple of ships in, let alone this many. Yes, it can be. It's even worse if we have 5 cruise ships in and there's a football game on. That really does mess things up. And we've got the Celebrity Apex, and also we've already had MSC Sky Princess. She's already headed down Southampton water. Then next away is at 5:30 is the Iona. It's a bit of a gap.
VTSC, City of Chichester.
City of Chichester, VTS. Afternoon again.
Yes, sir, good afternoon. That's the SAT stations now at Burnley Wharf, all ready to let go and proceed outbound.
City of Chichester, VTS. Yep, that's all received, sir. Thank you. Yeah, the Celebrity Apex and the Sky Princess have all gone clear. The MSC Virtuosa just going to start swinging the middle swinging round, outward bound. Just watch points with that on your way down.
Yeah, that's all received. Yeah, we'll get down to the Empress, and if you need to hold position there, that's no problem. Thank you very much.
There you go. You can certainly see the swept back design here of the bow on the Celebrity Apex. Lovely blue hull. Do enjoy a blue hull. She heads down. Look how calm Southampton water is today. It's not the brilliant day for sailing. It was quite dead in the lunchtime or late morning, early afternoon. Although I think the wind's picked up a bit now. I've noticed there's a few more ships, a few more sailboats out there.
Challenger 3, VTS, afternoon.
I thought this was good from our channel sponsor, Paul from Love Cruise. This is a very similar cruise to what's happening today on Norway on.
Challenger 3 VTS, yep, that's all understood, sir. Thank you.
On MSC Virtuosa. It's calling in 7 days to the fjords, calling at Lerwick in the Shetland Isles, then Ålesund in Norway, Flam in Norway, and then Zeebrugge on the way back. So only 3 stops on this cruise. But a balcony in June of this year, 21st of June, a balcony, including drinks package and gratuities, from 1138. That's not bad at all, is it? That's not bad at all. That's pretty much, you couldn't need anything else unless you're paying for excursions. That's pretty much all-inclusive pricing there. Well, the shipmate David Webb says they'll be on Apex in August. First time with Celebrity. She looks good sailing out. Yep, oh well, if you'd like to let us know how it goes, shipmate. Well, a lot of people say they enjoy the Celebrity ships. Shipmate Fizz says, got the Wi-Fi package, but no idea if you can see us. Where did you say you were? You were on, I think you said you were on Iona, weren't you? Let's have a look. Holding a blue, yeah, holding a flag somewhere. I did see you write that somewhere. Anyway, that's our sample, including a drinks package on MSC Virtuosa. Here's another one. This is a 14 nights for September this year. I'm guessing that will avoid any potential problem with school children flooding the ship. And that's a balcony, including a drinks package for 2313 for 14 nights. And that calls in at La Coruna, Cadiz, Malaga, Alicante, Palma de Mallorca, Barcelona, Valencia, Lisbon, and then back to Southampton. Oh, thanks, shipmate Hades. This is on the bow of Irons. Thanks. I need to get my little pen and paper pad and write these things down.
Sky Princess, we've got figures if you're ready.
Ah, Sky Princess's figures. Excellent.
Sky Princess, VTS, yep, pen ready.
Passengers 3650, crew 1328, for a total of 4978.
3650 and 1328, all understood, thank you.
Hang on. That's the numbers for Sky Princess. So she has 3,650 passengers on board, and she has maximum double occupancy of 3,668. So assuming that's predominantly double occupancy, I would say it's quite full. Probably all cabins, I imagine, are full. She does actually have a maximum of 4,600 maximum occupancy. Obviously, if you have children staying in your room and using the sofa bed. So you can squeeze a few more on. But, yeah, pretty full ship. And what were the crew numbers? 1,328 crews. So a little bit light on the crew. Yeah, there's some interesting prices there for MSC Virtuoso. Gives you an idea of the all-inclusive, going with a drinks package and your balcony. 2,300 per person. That's 14 nights on board. So we're looking at £5,000 if you pay for parking in the Port of Southampton and to get down here, and maybe a few excursions. They probably, although saying that you might get some excursions included. Often they give you a shore credit. Depends on the line. Oh, well, the shipmate Jeff Brooks says yes, Virtuoso turning inside and outside. Yeah, turning clockwise today instead of counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Yes, Fizz complaining about the Wi-Fi. I know that there's two things I've noticed when you're on board the ships here in the Port of Southampton. Is the Wi-Fi is not necessarily very good, especially when you're leaving port, and also even the 4G, 5G mobile signal is really poor. It's really good the rest of the time, but as soon as a ship departing, I think it's all these mobile phones suddenly moving across the port. Again, lots of shipmates up on deck. Well, the shipmate JJ says, how many people on Iona today? Don't know, shipmate. We haven't had numbers yet. I would imagine somewhere in the region of 5,000 and something. 5,000, 5,200, 4,800, somewhere in that sort of region. I suspect she's pretty busy. There's a music festival going on down in Mayflower Park. What a great view you'd have down in your Mayflower Park, in your music festival. So that's all three ships from the top end of port. Now we just have the remaining two ships from the other end of port. It looks like we've got... No, I thought we had a Red Funnel ferry holding off. MSC Virtuoso. Again, 4 years old. Built in 2021. 4 years old. Now, have we had numbers for MSC Virtuoso yet? I'm not sure we have. I suspect she will be very busy. She's a bigger ship than some of the others. She is 331 metres long and has a maximum passenger capacity of 6,300 maximum occupancy, or 4,800 double occupancy. Her sister ships are the MSC Grandiosa and the MSC Uribia. I think Uribia means big wave or something. Oh, there's Stephen Boyd. Oh, there, Edward Coates. Oh, there, Amy Jenkins says, sat with the family sunbathing on Iona. Well, definitely the day for that. I quite like it when they turn clockwise. We get to see the pointy end of the ship, the bow, rather than the sterns. Right, I believe there's a shipmate with a flag on this ship somewhere.
Rona 2, VTS, good afternoon.
Majestically turning around here at Mayflower Park. Perfect weather for a sail away.
Rona 2, VTS, that's all received, thank you. Good evening, Sean. Speak to you tomorrow, mate.
Okay, one of my cameras had just frozen up for a second.
VTS City Chips to the Crosshouse outbound.
I said you've just the VTS, that's all received, I thank you. And that's the MSC Virtuoso, almost completed the swing now, outbound.
That's all received, thank you.
Shipmate Jacqueline Barnes says, oh, here's in July 2012, P&O had 7 ships in port to celebrate their 175-year anniversary. They were on Arcadia. The weather was appalling. That's right, it was poor weather day. Yeah, 7 ships, yes. That's a very unusual. 5 ships is relatively normal. 7 ships is highly unusual. Oh, shipmate Gary C is also coming back in with the same as well. Oh, he's even lifted all the ships. There's quite a few shipmates up on Iona there. There is Iona at the Ocean Terminal. I don't think we're going to get any honking from MSC Virtuosa. Sky Princess gave us a good couple of blasts as she departed, and then a good couple of blasts as she departed Town Quay. MSC Virtuosa feels like she might not be, and also Celebrity Apex, a bit on the quiet side as well. Got a couple of flags to look out here for somewhere. I'm going to have to wait until you actually go past the Red Funnel Terminal, because if I zoom in here, the camera just amplifies the sunlight flares on the lens and I can't see much. Christened by Sophia Loren, no less. Shipmate Sotton Mush says, wonders what the vehicle transporter's doing over at Marchwood. Yeah, I did wonder that as well. It's curious, isn't it? Who knows? Maybe there's something going on there. Normally we just see the point ships, the Anvil Point, the Hurst Point, and normally the only ships we see over at Marchwood. Oh, I do see someone waving something right at the front. Yeah, I will wait till you come past the terminal, shipmate, because it's all I'm getting is the flare from the sun if I zoom in too close. Yeah, so we've definitely got a couple of shipmates waving on board. Yeah, this is the Ro-Ro carrier we're talking about, the Glovis something or other. What is it, a Glovis what? It's the Glovis Silver. Wonder where she's come from. And she's come from Antwerp in Germany. We're watching the MSC Virtuosa. Put up those prices again from Paul. I think that's a really good. Drinks packages are surprisingly expensive, I've noticed on some of these ships. So if you're £700-800 for a cabin, you might be paying £400 or £500 for a drinks package. So all in all, for a balcony for 7 nights in June, I mean, admittedly, you're going to Shetland Isles, which is stunning, and then Flam Norway and Ålesund, and then Zeebrugge. I mean, it's not going to the Mediterranean, but I reckon that time of year the weather should be good, including drinks package and gratuities, so you not have to leave any tips anywhere. Look into that. And this is 14 nights in September. Mediterranean cruise. Well, that's a good time of year to go down there. Hopefully not too hot. And that's including the balcony and a drinks package. Not sure about the gratuities on that one.
VTS, Jet 7, shortly away from Town Quay, please.
I think I need to do something.
VTS, Jet 7, shortly away from Town Quay, please.
So whoever has 45 minutes... You're the winner. In case you're wondering, shipmates, I am the captain of the Solent Ships YouTube channel, broadcasting to you live and direct from the port of Southampton. And always very prompt at putting up my banner. There we go, not too bad. 45 minutes. I'll call that average performance. Well, the shipmate Ed from Stockton-on-Tees asked the question: do we get any ambassador cruise line vessels in Southampton? Ooh, I think very occasionally, but it's not a regular port of call. I'm trying to think of.
BTS MSC Virtuoso at the Pierhead Buoy outbound.
In fact, actually.
MSC Virtuoso, VTS, thank you, ma'am. Bridge 7 just getting underway from Town Quay there. The city of just approaching the Pierhead. I'm going to get her to slow down and let you pass and follow you down.
See, thank you.
In fact.
VTS Jet 7, your copy loss. Thank you.
City of Chichester, VTS.
VTS, yeah, we'll proceed on the Virtuoso. We'll slow down here, we'll let her pass, and then we'll proceed astern of her.
Just a VTS, that's all received, thank you.
In fact, what I was going to say is I think I've seen some advertising in the Port of Southampton for ambassador cruises, no less. I will have a look in a second when I can utilise a camera that's not busy looking at ships. We have the Iona away at 5:30, and then at 6 o'clock it is the Norwegian Star, and then at 6:30 Captain will go to Dancing Man and refuel. There we go. Get a decent view now. It's really difficult when the sun is high and bright in the sky at this time of day. It makes the camera lens flare. Did see a bit of waving right at the pointy end of the ship. Someone was definitely waving a flag.
BTS, that's all received, sir. Thank you, and good evening to all.
It was about there, roughly in that big balcony. That was someone there. Well, let's have a look. We've supposedly got some wavers on board.
Southampton BTS, SFL Hawaii.
That sounds like a cool name for a ship, doesn't it? SFL Hawaii.
SFL Hawaii, Southampton BTS, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, very good evening. SCT5, due away 1715. 11.5, 21 plus 1 for Rotterdam.
Yes, that's all received, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to be on. Oh, hello. There we go. I've spotted our shipmate with the flag. He's up there. Oh, he's right at the top. He might be getting a headache with all those people dancing above him.
Yeah, sorry, Sea Green, was that calling?
VTS Sea Green, good afternoon, Andy. We're now leaving 106 berth, we're bang 1 to board.
Excellent. Well done, shipmate.
Sure that's Sea Green or Sea Horse, Andy.
Yeah, it's the Sea Green, we're going to Marchwood, over.
Yeah, that's all received, thank you. So Sea Horse is staying there, yeah?
Yeah, there's a little bit more to collection and they'll be leaving.
All received, mate, thank you.
Excellent. We could definitely see that. Must be a couple of old ravers from the 80s. Been in the back of their wardrobe. Found a smiley face flag. It looks like they're waving now.
Sorry, Princess BTS, all received, thank you.
Excellent. Well done, shipmate. Oh, highly visible flag. I do like the yellow. We could spot that very easily. I think that was it for waivers on that vessel.
Red Jet 62, thank you. The Sky Princess book, boy outward bound. Their channel, followed by the Celebrity Apex, also their channel. MSC Virtuosa passing the Ocean Dock out. And we have the SFL Hawaii due away from SCT5 at 1750.
Tell you what we don't get is any horns from these ships. I think they've put their flag in there. Yes, they've gone in, headed off to the buffet, one suspects. Yes, a shipmate earlier was asking about ambassador cruises. And then, yes, look, they must be doing something because they're advertising here in the port of Southampton. I thought I'd seen it somewhere. Well, I haven't seen any ambassador ships that I remember.
Talk VTS, good afternoon.
Well, the shipmate Jordan Lewis, welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing.
That's all understood, sir. Thank you. We do have some cruise liners outward bound. The Sky Princess number 1 at the Reach Buoy out, followed by the Celebrity Apex, both clear channel, and the MC Virtuosa is just passing the Ocean Dock now out.
Very green coloured water today. I don't know why that is. The colour of the water looks very green. It's to do with the light or something. Well, it should be Archibald. It says, thanks for finding the flag. Yes, we saw it. I did like it. High contrast.
Starts leaving 203 round for the SFL Hawaii.
And the great thing is you had it on the right side of the balcony. If it's on the inside of the balcony, it gets so much reflection from the glass. It's very difficult to spot. But no, we had you down there perfectly. Thank you very much, shipmate. We saw you there. Have a good cruise as you head off on MSC Virtuosa to the fields. Hopefully the weather's good in the fields. Certainly good here in the port of Southampton at the moment. Well, the shipmate Neil Traherne. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Well, the shipmate Ruth Herbert says, oh, we are down in Town Quay and saw a Solent Ships flag on Iona. It says, ahoy, shipmates. Oh, brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing that then. I wonder where that is then. Oh, well, definitely keep a lookout for that on Iona. I'm moving the wrong camera. I'm running out of limbs. A slightly different colour of the water here from Cruise Cam. Well, the shipmate Lawrence Barrett says, live in Hythe, heard some tunes being played on a ship's horn earlier. Yes, that would be Sky Princess. She gave a rendition as she was at the other end of ports. And then as she came past Town Quay, she gave another double rendition of her tune. And I suspect that's the one you heard if you're in Hythe, because the first one was very quiet. But the second one, when she was passing Town Quay here, was very loud for me. Shipmate Eileen C's coming up with some information where Ambassador sells from. Maybe they're just advertising here in the port then. Encouraging shipmates to try a different ship. Quite handy if you live in London or just north of London, Essex somewhere, to go from Tilbury Docks. There's the broken down Red Osprey there. Still waiting for parts. And there's the stern of Iona. Well, the shipmate Grant Peckham says, looking forward to October when we take the Britannia out to the Caribbean. Oh, yeah. Oh, you lucky shipmate. Transatlantic to the Caribbean. Perfect timing in October. Getting some good views here on Cruise Cam. Also on Box Cams, we can see the Iona, the Norwegian Star and the MSC Virtuosa all on the screens at the same time, plus the Red Osprey and Red Kestrel. Well, the shipmate Paul Matt says, Can you give a shout out to Ellen M? We watch every Saturday. Well, ahoy there, Ellen M. There we go. That satisfies your requirements. Well, it should be Alan. Oh, he's been doing some research. It says closest departure port for Ambassador is Portsmouth. Shipmate Jordan Lewis is flying a Welsh flag, apparently, on Iona. Okay, I should look out for that. Get a lot of Welsh flags. I would say that's probably the most flags the highest variety of flags we get is a Welsh flag. Get some St George's crosses, a few Union Jacks, but get a lot of Welsh flags. There's MSC Virtuosa passing Dockhead on her way down Southampton Water, where the other 3 ships have gone. Next away is the Iona at 5:30, so only about half an hour's time. This is a busy Saturday. In fact, every Saturday in May, I think, is a 5-ship Saturday. You know, when cruise ship season started, when they're all 5-ship Saturdays. I don't know if you heard on the radio earlier, that is the hopper dredger City of Chichester, and she was just about to go out at the same time, but on the radio she said, well, I'll hold back and I'll let you go first. Very kind of the City of Chichester.
VTS, MSC, Virtuosa, west of Shelf outbound.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton VTS, that's all received, ma'am. And waiting for the figures when you're ready, over.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.
VTS, Virtuosa. No figures yet. We'll revert as soon as we have them.
All received, ma'am. Many.
Well, there we go. No figures as yet. I'm never quite sure why it takes them so long to count the number of shipmates on board. Because you thought they would sort of count them as they come on. But, perhaps they would have collate some lists or something. Oh, there we go. There's a little foiling sailboat there. I think that's a moth. They're really good. Once you get them out of the water on their foils, they are incredibly fast. Coming back once on a speedboat, and we were just cruising along at sort of 25 knots, and the moth was actually going just as fast as we were. Probably perfect conditions for a moth. The breeze has picked up just a little, I think. What are we looking at now? Yeah, around 10 knots. So yeah, it's probably just about the right sort of level that you need for a moth. But of course, best of all, the water is flat and calm.
Celebrity Apex, Southampton VTS, that's all received, sir.
And we have a waiver up by the P&O side.
Yeah, Red Falcon, Red Eagle, we'll just skirt the hook and stay back. We've got some Red yacht.
Having a look at the map, see what the water's like. I bet there's a lot of pink on the water. It's not as bad as earlier, but we get lots of pink.
Red Eagle VTS, all received, sir.
And these are all the pink are sailboats, and you can see they're all heading back into Hamble now. They're all pointing, they're all heading back into Hamble. They've had a little nice day out in the water. Back home, same down here at Lymington. Look at that, Lymington Yacht Club. They're all heading back. I did notice it was quite busy out in the water today. This is the first really good day I think we've had for a while. Very beautiful sea state and also lovely conditions. Right, we're going to start having some ships going round on Cowes Cam shortly, which I'm still having problems connecting to Cowes Cam. There was the company that supplies the internet didn't update the router, and we're having difficulties reconnecting to it. Where is Cowes Cam? Cowes. There we go. Right, I'm going to have to connect in via a different way to Cowes Cam. continual battle trying to get the technology reliable and working. Most of the time it is.
VTSC City of Chichester, that's Western Shelf outbound.
But what happens is the...
City of Chichester, Southampton VTS, that's all received, sir, and many thanks for hanging back by dockhead.
No problem at all, thank you.
What happens is other things happen beyond my control, updates to softwares and firmwares and things, and it all goes a bit wonky. Oh, there we go. I'm not even following the ship now, am I? There we go. Let's get back over this way.
Red Falcon VTS, that's all received, sir. Traffic information, the MSC Virtuosa, Northwest Netley out, closely followed by the City of Chichester, over.
Looks like Shipmate Fizz. What did she say? I'm wearing a Union Jack t-shirt. A sparkly Union Jack t-shirt. Oh, wow, that sounds like the perfect attire for a sail away, shipmate. I'm not sure we'll be able to see it sparkly from the camera. But well, maybe, though, if you jiggle around and dance and you reflect some sunlight, maybe we will. And I'm just looking, it looks like the Sky Princess is just passing Bramble Bank.
Virtuosa VTS.
Figures if you're ready.
Oh, yes, I'm ready for figures.
MSC Virtuosa VTS, all ready, Mark.
Guess 4871.
Oh.
Crew 1691 plus 1.
MSC Virtuosa VTS, I read back. Passengers 4871 with crew 1691 plus 1.
Yes, confirmed. Thank you.
Well, that's quite a busy ship there on MSC Virtuosa. I look down in the way because we're looking into the sun. I keep telling you not to look into the sun. It's blinding. I don't even listen to my own guidance, do I? Come on, Captain, sort it out. There we go. That's a better looking pictures now. If we look down here, we might be able to see one of the other ships down here towards the end. Oh, there we go. That looks like Celebrity Apex. Just about to go around the dock head, and you can see all the yachts out on the water today. I've had some great views from Netley Cliff Sailing Club when I was down there earlier. So anyway, figures in on MSC Virtuosa, 4,871 passengers on board. She has a maximum double occupancy of 4,810, so it looks like she's definitely got more than double occupancy in some of those cabins. If she goes maximum occupancy, it's 6,334, so it's definitely a full ship. So I could probably work out how many people have arrived in the port of Southampton today and potentially how many have left. I mean, it's a lot of people. So there's basically 5,000 passengers on this ship, probably 5,000 on owner, that's 10,000. Plus we've had 3,000 on the other one, 3,000 on the other one, maybe 2,000. So that's going to be 10,000, probably somewhere in the region of 18,000 people arrived here in the port of Southampton today, plus their luggage and all of that as well. Shipmate Fizz has bubbles as well, apparently. Well, your username in that case is very fitting. So it looks like we have two red funnels heading this way. They can't both be going in the same direction, can they? No, one's coming towards us, one's going away. Yes, Red Eagle in the distance is going away, and the Red Falcon is coming towards us. Well, the shipmate Tina Stopwood says, what's a +1? It could be the captain's girlfriend, or it could be the pilot. No, in honesty, it's the pilot. It's not the captain's girlfriend. I do like that analogy sometimes. Here we go. Getting some good views now on cruise cam. So that's Iona we see right in front of us.
Challenger 3, Southampton VTS, good evening.
Then MSC Virtuosa in the middle of the picture, coming in from the left-hand side. Now she's rounded Cowshot Spit. Yes, she's just about round Cowshot Spit. That's the
Challenger 3, Southampton VTS.
Celebrity Apex.
And many thanks for your cooperation, over.
And then I wonder, because at the moment, if I look at the map, it looks to me like Sky Princess is not far away. We might get 4 ships on the screen at one time. Keep an eye on that. Something's shot out of it. Oh, it looks like a jet ski. Yeah, jet skis. That time of year again, all the jet skis come out.
Southampton VDS, Wichita.
Wichita BTS, good evening.
Yeah, if you're interested in coming along on one of our group cruises, well, actually our first group cruise, I should say, not one of them. We are planning to do a few more. We'll see how this one goes and what we can do and where we can go. Trying to work out what people might enjoy. I think probably shorter ones, or maybe we'll try some longer ones. I mean, what we should be trying, what we should be trying for our group cruise is, if I can find the advert for it. No, not that one. That one. God, I think this would be fantastic for our group cruise. 16 nights over to Canaveral, Port Canaveral, in Florida, calling it Bermuda, at the Azores, Vigo in Spain, Cherbourg. Well, probably won't be calling it Cherbourg because the French will be on strike, so there's no loss there. That's fantastic. 16 nights transatlantic, and that's 679. And Paul from Love Cruise did say that a package price, including transfers and a plane flight home, I think he said that was about £1,200. I'm not sure if that was an inside or balcony, but even as you see, there's not a lot of price difference, so you're either talking £1,200 or £1,300 per person for 16 nights on board, and you cross the Atlantic. Well, the Shipmate Chef Book says, not a jet ski fan. No, I like jet skis. I don't have a problem with jet skis. I don't like the way jet skis don't obey the speed limits, though. That does somewhat annoy me. I'm very careful to obey the speed limits in port, and they just seem to blast on through. Mainly seem to be owned by hooligans. Right, I'm thinking. Anyway, that's an idea. Maybe we'll do that next year if we can find a bargain for a transatlantic cruise, for a group cruise. Yeah, so that's the Celebrity Apex just disappearing off our screen. City of Chichester, the Hopper Dragon. She's now heading down Southampton water. The left-hand side is the MSC Virtuosa. She's heading down Southampton water. And I'm having some connectivity issues here, as per usual. Internet is not as reliable as it used to be. Next away is the P&O's Iona. She's due away in 20 minutes' time. In fact, let me just check to make sure that is correct. Yes, Iona due away in 20 minutes, and then 1800, the Norwegian Star. Shipmate Shepherd Book, you said he'd rather go the other way from Port Canaveral than to it. Yes, I know what you mean. But never mind. That's what that particular cruise is. But I get your sentiment. Well, the shipmate Louise Boissenbien, looking forward to joining the Iona next Saturday. Next Saturday, you'll be off to the fields, won't you, shipmate? That's the typical cruise for Iona. Well, they've got just one ship tomorrow. Rather disappointing, isn't it? One ship tomorrow is the Queen Anne, which I may or may not broadcast. It departs at 5:15. I'm not sure because I'm planning on doing a bit of a day out tomorrow to see a few things. There's a fantastic bike ride. It's called Distinguished Gentlemen's Bike Ride, and it's happening all over the country. Distinguished gentlemen, they get on their motorcycles in suits, hats and various different things. Well, not hats, of course, they've got a Ravi helmet on. But anyway, they ride around raising money for charity. And that happens tomorrow. And the one in Poole supposedly is really big. So I'm thinking about going down for that. And then possibly popping down to Worth Matravers. You can see there in the distance the Celebrity Apex on the other side of Carashot Spit. And on the Cow's Cam here, you can see the Sky Princess blasting past. Notice we've also got some wavers, got all sorts of a whole variety of flags on there, up on the top of P&O. I'm just rubbing my forehead, and I think I may have caught a bit of sun today. That's the trouble with these sorts of days. They don't feel very warm out there. It just sneaks up on you. Excellent. Channel sponsor Paul from Lost Cruise says a good thing about going westbound on transatlantic is that it gets a little warmer each day. Also, the days get a little shorter, which is you lose time all the time. What confuses me. No one ever knows what time is on board. Hi there, shipmate. Always Cruising says, what's the price for solo cruises on the group cruise? That's a good question there, shipmate. I don't know, is the answer. Contact Paul from Love Cruise. He'll be able to help you out. The red funnel passing by the MSC Virtuosa. And that's a little sailing boat. I don't think that's one from Netley Cliff. I think that's from Netley Sailing Club. Lots of sailing clubs down Southampton water. That's Sky Princess heading off to the fjords. As you see, see the tops of the trees there. They're very still today, even when it's quite gentle. Breeze-wise, the tops of the trees always seem to be blowing around. Although that yacht down there, it's picked up a bit of wind. I'd say probably perfect conditions for yachting, really. Absolutely perfectly still water. No bumpy waves.
Station calling Southampton BTS. Call again, sir. Call again.
You can see the 70 Apex.
BTS Seahorse breaking away from 106, bound Marchwood Wharf.
Seahorse South.
BTS, the Iona.
Next one away is the SFL Hawaii 1715 from SCT5.
BTS Seahorse, understood, sir. Not a problem.
BTS, Iona.
Iona, Southampton BTS.
BTS, the Iona, good evening to you. Pulside 2 on 46. Draft is 8.9 metres, first is bound for Stavanger. I've got the numbers if you're ready.
Iona, Southampton BTS. Yes, sir, already here.
Okay, passengers 5519, crew 1679.
Iona, Southampton BTS. I read back. Passengers 5519 and crew 1679.
That's correct, and we'll be singling up very shortly and be on the move next 5 minutes.
That's all received, sir. Many thanks.
Well, there's Iona. She's radioed in. Let's have a little check on the stats there. It sounds like a relatively full ship to me, that one. Iona has maximum double occupancy of 5,200. So he's got 5,500 aboard. Maximum occupancy of 6,200. Yep, so that's a full old Iona. And she has, she's got 1,679 crews. A little bit light on the crew front there. Right, I might have to make a brief... I've got to make a brief visit to the heads, shipmates. So while we're sort of fairly static before Iona departs, I'm just going to head on down.
Southampton BTS. Hawaii on the move from SCT5.
SFL Hawaii, Southampton VTS. That's all received, sir. Many thanks. Donald Searle, Southampton BTS. Good evening. Donald Searle, Southampton VTS. That's all received, sir. Question, where's your final destination this evening, over?
Oh, hi there, shipmate. Travel with Chew and Mark. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing.
VTS all received. I'm sure you can see the outbound MSC Virtuosa there. And she's followed by the City of Chichester. Chichester will go North Channel outbound to the east.
We have some waivers there on top of Iona. Let's use the other camera, shall we? Let's see. See if we can get a better view of our waivers. There are apparently quite a few flags out on
PMA CGM Pegasus, Southampton VTS. That's all received, sir. Traffic information, the large ferry St. Malo. Approaching Bembridge Ledge, inbound for Portsmouth. Intends to join the channel between Warner Boy and St. Helens Boy. Over.
Oh, I've just spotted a flag. Oh, what does this say? Oh! Hey, I've just spotted an excellent flag. Hang on, let's have a look. I'll show you all. I recognise that flag. Looks like it's the Solent Ships logo, and it says "Ahoy, shipmates!" Excellent flaggage, shipmates. I don't know who that is, but I appreciate your flag. That is excellent. And shortly we will be having the next cruise ship pass St. Cowes, which my mind is blank slightly for the second, trying to work out which ship that is. Which ship will that be passing Cowes? It's got to be the one that was in between. Celebrity Apex. MSC Virtuoso was the last one. Celebrity Apex was the first one. No, Celebrity Apex. Because we've had Sky Princess go past already, haven't we?
BTS Red Falcon, just approaching Northwest Netley and bound. Pushing the carry on, please.
Red Falcon, Southampton VTS. Yes, sir, you may proceed. If safe to do so, you do have the SFL Hawaii commencing her swing on the upper swinging ground, and then she'll be outbound.
Copy that. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Now we've got the Celebrity Apex passing over on Cowes. You can see the Magic flying carpet on the starboard side. It's a bar restaurant, and then also it lowers down when there's tenders used at port, and it's used as the tender loading platform apparently. As you can see how the cruise ships pass Cowes here, they've picked up a bit of speed. Well, the shipmate Seamus says looking forward to Thursday, joining Aurora and heading off on a cruise from Southampton to the fjords and then Belfast. Ah, Aurora cruise. No, come on, camera, respond. There we go.
VTS, Red Jet 6, shortly away from Town Quay.
Red Jet 6, VTS, that's all received, so you may proceed. Do you have the Red Falcon approaching Western Shelf in? Over.
All covered, thanks.
Well, the shipmate Roger Lynn also she has a funny bout. Yeah, it's a bit of a trend with quite a few of the cruise ships now. They have a sort of swept back bow. Guess there's some reason for it.
Challenger 3, Southampton VTS.
Some hydrodynamics.
Challenger 3, Southampton VTS, that's all received, sir.
No, there's been some shipmates up by the P&O sign enthusiastically waving. Oh, they're still waving. They're certainly putting in the exercise. Maybe they're getting the exercise in now so they can hit that buffet later. Oh, I've just noticed over on Cowes Cam, there must be a very tall yacht. Look at that, I've just noticed that black mast. That's incredibly tall. I wonder what that is. Probably some sort of racing yacht, one would imagine. There we go. On this view here, we get to see the Celebrity Apex and the MSC Virtuosa all at the same time. I wonder if we can see that on cruise cam as well. Yes, we can. Well, we can see Celebrity Apex. The Celebrity Apex visibility's not too good, is it? Wonder what it's saying to visibility is. Visibility is 27 nautical miles. Yeah, it wasn't too bad when we were down at Netley earlier, but I did notice that it wasn't particularly clear. There was definitely a little bit of haze in the distance. Looks like we've got a Solent Ships flight.
Southampton VTS, SFL Hawaii, swing complete in the upper swinging ground.
SFL Hawaii, Southampton VTS, that's all received, sir. Just local ferries up at this end, over.
VTS, MSC Virtuosa, just past the hook, outbound main channel to the east.
MSC Virtuosa, Southampton VTS, that's all received, ma'am. No immediate traffic for you, over.
All received, thank you.
Red Jet 7, Southampton VTS. That's all received. We do have the MSC Virtuosa at the Hook Buoy outbound main channel to the east, clear channel vessel. Over.
Well, the shipmate William Johnson sees that junction cam's not working. Well, junction cam is working. Unfortunately, there is work going there. So just looking at the roof.
Chichester VTS, that's all received, and information. Cal shot tide gauge.
It looks like some nice new LED flashing. It's on the roof of a building, and they've had some scaffolding work up there for ages, replacing the roof. So, because of that, it can't see anything else other than the roof and scaffolding. So, as soon as that scaffolding's down, it will be back in action again. Well, the shipmate Amy Jenkins says it's my mum Kerry's birthday, celebrating her 46th birthday. She sat under the ES of P&O Cruises side. She sat underneath the E and S. Well, probably must be the lady there in the bottom there. Probably, there you go. That's the E and S. So probably towards the right-hand side of our screen, I would imagine. I'm looking at it at a bit of an angle. You have to tell us what type of top she's wearing. Maybe she's wearing that bright orange top, perhaps. Just about to see 70 apex in the distance. Definitely visibility is not the best. Very quiet day tomorrow. It's just one departure tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be live on Sunday. We've got Regal Princess during the week. Then it looks like Thursday. We have a 3-ship Thursday. That's when it really picks up. One of our shipmates is on Aurora. So it's a 3-ship Thursday, where we have Aurora, Mine Chief 3 and Emerald Princess. Then Friday, it's a 3-ship Friday. Balmoral, which Fraser at Sea. He was on the channel last night.
SFL Hawaii, Southampton V.
He's on Balmoral on Friday with his mother. She's suddenly taken the hangry to go cruising. Then Britannia. So that's Emerald Princess, Balmoral and Britannia on Friday. Then Saturday, we have another 5-ship Saturday. We have Iona, Sky Princess, Independence of the Seas, she's back in, MSC Virtuosa and Ventura. That's followed by a 2-ship Sunday, Avia and Celebrity Apex. And that's followed by a 2-ship Monday, Aida Perla and MSC Virtuosa. There was some honking there, I think, from Iona, but I missed it. Let me correct that. My apologies, shipmate. She's leaving bang on the nose. Oh yeah, all lines are down. She is moving backwards. Well, I've missed that. I was too busy looking at what's happening tomorrow. Oh, I've missed the horns. They're very, very short and sharp from Iona. We have got our shipmates somewhere there with our Solent Ships flag. Where did they go to? I think they were there, weren't they? There we go. Ah, they're repositioning the flag. Oh, the wind has picked up a bit. But there are some excellent shipmates here. I'm not sure if they've been in the chat. They've let me know who you are in the chat, shipmates. But they've got a Solent Ships flag. It says "Ahoy shipmates" on it. Best flag in the world, that one. Right, so I've missed that. All the lines are down. And she's in reverse. So I'm just getting all the cameras pointing in the right direction. Right, Iona is now departing, and she's heading off to the fjords, which is her traditional summer departures.
Sam Marlowe, Southampton BTS.
She spends the summer going up and down to the fields. I must say the balconies on Iona look
Sam
really
Marlowe,
busy.
Southampton BTS. That's all received, sir. A safe run in, and we'll speak to you next time.
Look at that. Almost looks like every single balcony is being attended. There's our chaps there with their Solent Ships, our shipmates with their Solent Ships flag. Excellent. That's flying. Look at that high visibility Solent Ships flag. There's a lot of full balconies there. Not sure if I'm not seeing another flag actually. Let's have a look. Oh, I think we're into county flag territory here, if I'm not mistaken. You might have to give me a hand here, shipmates. Oh, is that a county flag? Not really seeing enough of it. Oh, it could be a white rose on a blue background. I believe that might be Yorkshire or somewhere. Well then, shipmate Tanya Ewan, welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. Yeah, it's really difficult trying to fly these flags. The breeze comes up the side of the ships. And it's almost, and if you fly it behind the glass, because the glass is tinted, it's very difficult to work out what colour it is, and then it reflects. But that's pretty sure that's a blue with a white rose. I think that's Yorkshire. Shipmate Monty Burns Waking says that's Yorkshire. And shipmate Donna Smith says it's Yorkshire as well. Those Yorkshire people have made of stern stuff, so they won't mind holding the flag. They don't need a flagpole. Well done, shipmate. So 2 flags on Iona today. I think there's a Welsh flag there as well somewhere. I'm just having difficulty working out where it is. So when you're looking at the ship from the distance, you realise how big they are and how difficult it is to see a little flag. See how difficult it is to see a flag there.
BTSC Norwegian Star.
Oh, hello, I spotted another one.
Norwegian Star, Southampton BTS. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. We're good for 1800. Let's see if we can see how the traffic's come through. It's 8.57.
Norwegian Star, Southampton BTS. Yes, sir. Ready here.
Passengers is 1863, crew 967.
Norwegian Star, Southampton BTS. I read back. Passengers 1863 with crew 967. Over.
That's correct, yeah. And attention to back down, swing down to port south of the bulkhead.
Norwegian Star, BTS. That's all received, and traffic information. I'm sure you can see the Iona backing out of 46 berth. She'll be followed by the SFL Hawaii container vessel. Slow steaming past 103 berth outbound now. Over.
Yeah, just confirm everything as there's a Bougainville boarding, followed by the Donington. Have I got that correct?
There were numbers there for Norwegian Star, 1,863 passengers.
Yeah, BTSC Norwegian Star. Can you just confirm the boarding of CMA CGM Bougainville, surely?
Norwegian Star, Southampton BTS. Information. Boarding the CGM Bougainville, that's 1815 pilot boarding station Alpha. And the Donington is 1900. These will be 2 separate launches.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You can see the Norwegian Star there, smiling away. Yeah, so numbers for Norwegian Star is 1,863 passengers. Norwegian Star has a maximum capacity for 2,348 double occupancy, or 2,813. So she's a little light on the passengers, old Norwegian Star. Although I don't actually know where she's going off to or what she's doing. According to my information, it's unknown. I think she might be on a private hire. Our shipmates with the Solent Ships flag, they are busy flying it away there. We can see that. Oh, beautiful jobs there, shipmates. I can see that. It does say ahoy shipmates on it. I can say possibly the best flag in the world. There's the ABP down there, the police launch. Well, the shipmate Gene Hall says, oh, there was a small Welsh flag underneath the P&O sign earlier. Ah, okay, you've got good eyes. Trouble is, my screens aren't very big here, so I can actually get quite confused trying to find things on the ships. They've come off. A lot of you, I'm looking at the statistics, and I know a lot of you watch it on your televisions. You get a better view on your televisions than I do here. So yes, I think there's somebody up there with some flags, isn't there? I can't really make out what they are. But there we go. We've got you covered.
Sky Princess, BTS, that's all received, sir. A 1 vessel, 5.5 miles south-southeast of the NAB Tower. This CMAC GM Bougainville, boarding 1815 at Pilot Station Alpha. No further traffic.
There they are, with the ahoy shipmate flag. Maybe I should add that to the ship stores, so that you can all, next time you go on your cruise, purchase one of those, wave it from your balcony. Although, I'll tell you what you need is some sort of like suckers to stick it to the glass, don't you? You put it behind the glass, we can't see it because of the reflections and the tint in the glass. And if you stick it around the front, the wind blows it up. Well, the shipmate Mary Simerick, welcome aboard, shipmate. Thanks for subscribing. Well, putting an outstanding effort into that. Made their own flag. That's not something I sell. They made their own flag, and they're busy holding it as well. The bow thrusters have now started on her. She's entering her spin. Oh, I think I've spotted another Union Jack. No, my eyes are deceiving me. So the Norwegian Star, she's radioed in. She'll be off shortly at 6 o'clock. And there we go. We'll all be done. How good's that? They've all been very prompt and on time this evening. 5 ships, all departing at the time they're supposed to. It's very impressive. I don't think we've had this in a while. For the shipmate Norcal JB. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Thanks for subscribing. It's just reversing back. Oh, there should be a Fizz. Was it Fizz with the Solent Ships flag? Well, I'm not sure who had which flag. Yeah, it is. It is. The wind has picked up a little, and it certainly picks up on the side of the ships. They are like blocks of flats. Oh, I see another flag. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh, their shipmate. One of the shipmates pointed out. There's another flag up there. Ooh, I don't know sure what that says. Use the other camera. It's a big flag, that one there. Let's have a look. Let's use the other camera.
Bridget 7 VTS, information dock hit tide gauge 3.82. And Iona shortly outbound and should be followed by the large container vessel, the SFL Hawaii, currently passing 101 berth now with 2 tugs over.
I think that was like the Bristol Bears or something. Oh, there, shipmate A. Wilson. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for becoming a member. Make your way down to the galley and grab yourself a mug of grog. There, you've been spotted. I think that's Fizz. I think she said she had a sparkly top on. She's not in the sun anymore. But yes, it's definitely some sort of Bears top, isn't it? Bears flag, I mean. Was it Bristol Bears? I can't quite see. Well, very excited. Oh, maximum energy from those two. They'll be deserving themselves a trip to the galley later. Perhaps treat themselves to a rum-based cocktail up at the Sky Bar. No, sorry, the Crow's Nest. Wrong ship. Well, the shipmate Grandad sings. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. I think that's all the flags. That's 3 flags. Oh, 4 flags. There's small ones that I couldn't quite identify up near. Although someone said it was a small Welsh flag.
CMO CGM Pegasus, Southampton VTS, good evening.
And they're up right by the bridge. Can't quite see into the bridge. But there's the bridge. There's the wing bridge there. That's where the crew, the officers, can see up and down the length of the ship. And then a mere few cabins along back from there are I think it's our shipmate Fizz, with Fizz, apparently. There she is. I think that might be her. I'm not sure. She's got the flag from the... Got the flag from the Bristol Bears. Red jet coming in. Well, many thanks for all your efforts with the flagship, mate. We've had some great flags.
Iona BTS, that's all received, sir. Many thanks.
BTS, SFL Hawaii, Pierhead.
SFL Hawaii, Southampton BTS, that's all received, sir.
I say SFL Hawaii has a great name, but an awful sound on the radio. Sounds like he's radioing in from underwater somewhere. So Iona's off to the fjords, or an almost full ship. She has the throttles down, heading down Southampton water, and she's doing our typical summer routine. She's calling in at Stavanger in Norway, then Ålesund in Norway, then Olden in Norway, then Haugesund in Norway, port of Southampton. Next away, in about 15 minutes, is the Norwegian Star. Shipmate Raymond Morris says the inside must be empty. It looks full outside. Yeah, I agree. Looks really busy. Well, the shipmate book set out the Crow's Nest by another name. Yeah, I know. There's got so many different names for all these different bars. I need so much. Poor old captain can remember. Well, the shipmate Tommy Tubb. Welcome aboard, shipmate. Many thanks for subscribing. And there was that little vessel there that was waiting to come in.
STI Commandante, Southampton BTS, good evening.
Well, the Shipmate Shepherd book.
STI Commandante, Southampton VTS. Yes, sir, I can confirm your departure time this evening, 2045-2045 local time. Your pilot will board from shoreside. Over.
Excellent Shipmate Shepherd book there from over in Texas to States. He's giving me $4.99 for a pint. It says well-deserved pint. No, thanks, Shipmate. I shall exchange that beer token for a beer later. Oh, apparently it was Shipmate Fizz had the Solent Ships flag. Well done, Shipmate Fizz.
Apex, Southampton VTS, that's all received, sir. And no further traffic other than the Bougainville. Over.
Well, I hope you're going on some more cruises so that you can get more use out of that flag. That's definitely a great flag. So I hope you get some more use out of that. Oh, I noticed that we have a... Oh, there we go. There is Iona passing Dockhead with the smiley face of... what do you call it? Norwegian Star facing towards us. And then over on Cowes Cam, we have the MSC Virtuosa. She's over on Cowes Cam. I'm not really getting a particularly good view at the moment. She's behind a bit of a tree. She's picked up speed. She's heading off to the fjords. And then there we go. On just coming on to Itchin Cam is P&O's Iona. Captain's brain is temporarily freezing there. And we get a bit of a sense of scale here as the Iona passes Norwegian Star. We can sort of see it on Netley Cam. There we go, but you probably get a better view on Cruise Cam. And then over on the Isle of Wight, we have the MSC Virtuosa heading off to the fields. I think Iona is one of the large... Iona and Avia, pretty much the largest ships we have here in the Port of Southampton regularly. Yes, the bow of the Norwegian ships does split opinion. Is the best way I can describe that. Well, the shipmate Red Morris is asking how many pilots does Southampton employ. I don't know, but I would think they must have around 20 or 30 of them, I would think. Right, I'm going to have to try and let me think what's... We're looking into the sun over here. Move this camera over here. Right, let's go back to Netley. I'm going to keep a little eye on the front of Norwegian Star, see what happens. Luckily, now that Iona's out of the way, we can see the lines right on the front of the vessel. There we go. That's the front of Norwegian Cruise Lines, Norwegian Star. Oh, Shipmate Always Cruising says they'll be on Norwegian Star November, a 15-day transatlantic to Tampa, Florida. Oh, Tampa. Oh, I might have to look into that one because I've got some friends in Tampa. That's what I want to see. That you have to go all the way round to Tampa. That seems a bit odd. You have to go around the corner. Anyway, I would think that... No, I just would have thought that they wouldn't have gone to Tampa. Anyway, that would be really convenient for me. Shipmate Fizz with the excellent Solent Ships flag. Apparently she's off to meet Wallace and Gromit. I'm not quite sure how that works. Didn't know they were on board. I wonder what they're doing on board. unfortunately, normally we'd get a view of the front of the bow of Norwegian Star from box cam, but at the moment we can't because there's a broken down Red Osprey in between. What we do have, though, is a container ship departing. I think that is the SFL Hawaii. She's finished with her tugs. Quite high out in the water there, though. Now, I think they do tend to be high when the container ships depart here from the port of Southampton, because they've obviously dropped off all of their goods from China into Southampton, and then they start heading out. We don't have much in the way of exports in this country. The SFL Hawaii. Well, I've just run. Let's have a quick look. What's? Well, I have got some. Oh, I've got some. I've got some pricing actually for Iona. Let's think about that. Where is the button for that? We've expanded my buttons. No, I think I forgot that one. Let me see if it shows that. No. Oh, hang on. Error with adverts. Apologies. I've had a little error in my adverting system. Oh, looks like we've got the lines coming down on Norwegian Star, so she's heading off bang on time. This has been a most efficient 5-ship Super Saturday here in the port of Southampton. Shipmate Used Good 100 says she got into trouble with her granddaughter because she forgot to get a photo of Sean the sheep on RV in 2023. Surely he would be in the... You'd have to go on Queen Mary 2 if you were Sean the sheep with all the dogs and things, wouldn't you? Is that how it works? Queen Mary 2 has a kennels area. They have a kennel and they have a fire hydrant and a lamppost for fire hydrant for American dogs to have a whittle on, and a lamppost for British dogs.
7 shortly departing Town Quay for cows.
Red 7, Southampton BTS, all received. You have the Iona approaching Lanes Lake outbound, followed by the SFL Hawaii, passing dock head out. Next away, the Norwegian Star, cruise vessel from 38.9 at 1800, over.
Copy to the queue.
Yep, I can see the lines coming in on Norwegian Star, and there's plenty of smoke now coming out of the chimney. We've had numbers for Norwegian Stars. Hang on, got a little something to do now. There we go. Let's get some pricing on Norwegian Star, shall we? Because I know how you're always interested in what these things may cost. Here we go. Here's some sample pricing for you on Norwegian Star.
BTS.
Norwegian Star, Southampton BTS. That's all received, sir. Next away, you must have heard the Red Jet 7 away from Town Quay outbound.
Right, here we go. Here's some sample pricing on Norwegian Star. In fact, where is Norwegian Star off to today? I'm all over the place at the moment for some reason. Let's have a look. Oh, no, I don't know where Norwegian Star's going. I think she must be on a private cruise because I haven't got any information. Well, there's shipmate Cindy Matix. Welcome aboard, shipmate. But anyway, here's some sample pricing here on Norwegian Star. This is for September next year. 14 nights to Iceland, Reykjavik, Edinburgh and Bergen. That calls in at Edinburgh. And then Inverness.
Yes, SFL's Hawaii, Western Shore.
Then Isafjord in Iceland, Akurey in Iceland, Malay in Norway, Bergen in Norway, Stavanger in Norway, back here to the wonderful port of Southampton. And that is on Norwegian Star. Just about caught the last honk from Norwegian Star there. I had to turn the microphone off because it's rather noisy. But anyway, we got one honk from Norwegian Star. And perhaps you would prefer a Northern Europe trip. I've seen quite a few of these. It would strike me as quite interesting ports of call here. And these are on... this is on the Norwegian Star to Helsinki, Copenhagen. And this calls in at Gothenburg in Sweden, then Nynäshamn in Sweden, then Tallinn in Estonia, Helsinki in Finland, Copenhagen in Denmark, and then Ljubljanin in Netherlands. That's September this year, and that's from 13:35. That's for 11 nights, and that's on Norwegian Star. Now, Iona is a very popular ship, so let's get some prices for Iona on the go. Especially now that she's looking the right way, she's in the right area.
VTS, the Red Falcon, good evening. Short departing Royal Bay for Cows, please.
Yeah, Red Falcon VTS, all received there, thank you. Have the Norwegian Star.
No, a random little honk in there from Norwegian Star. I think she's going in reverse and she's going around the dock head. I think that's what that was for. Anyway, there's some pricing information on Iona. Eventually I found it. So this is a mini break. Oh, this is quite good. I did see this earlier. I'd forgotten to save it into the correct place. So this is a mini break on Iona, 23rd of October this year. It is a destination to nowhere. From £269, you leave Southampton. I think you go up and down the English Channel, and then you come back. And that's 2 nights on board for £269, which is not bad, is it? I mean, even if you go for a balcony, it's £300 per person. That includes all your food and so on. Seems pretty good value to me. And then we've got one for the Avia, which is for June this year. That's inside, starting from £1,400. That's for 14 nights on board. Calling it La Coruna, Palma de Mallorca, La Spazza in Italy, La Seine-sur-le-Mer in France, for Provence, Barcelona in Spain, Cadiz in Spain, and then back to the wonderful port of Southampton. Right, so I hope you've got all your information you need. The Norwegian Star departs, and I don't have any information on where she's going. I think it might be one of these that's booked out. There's a cruise that's booked out by a company as sort of they book up the whole ship. And I think she's going back round the dock head. Quick look at Itching Cam, shall we? No, not just yet. Can't quite see her just yet. Shipmate, I love that Charles Watson Paul says, I always look forward to your pronunciation of the Norwegian ports. Yeah. I'm not very good. Well, there's Shipmate Pim Little. Welcome aboard, Shipmate May. Thanks for subscribing. Well, there's Shipmate Artemis. Oh, yeah, Shipmate Artemis asked a really good question. He says, do I need a passport for the cruise that goes from Southampton to Southampton? Not that one. No, that one. That one. That's a good question. Very good question. I mean, technically...
Sky Princess VTS, that's all understood. Thank you. They're just running down to board the Bougainville there. And coming in from the south, the Donington will be boarding 1900. Charlie. Over.
Technically, you're not going to another country, are you? But I suspect the cruise company will require you to have a passport because they need identification. I don't suspect a driver's license will cut the mustard. So yes, you probably do need a passport, even for that one, unfortunately. Well, there's Shipmate Cindy Matix. Oh, she subscribed earlier. I was watching from North Texas. We've got an increasing number of viewers from Texas. Shipmate Shepherd Books from here, from just outside Houston. We had another shipmate a while ago from Texas. I don't know why we're so popular with the Texans, but welcome aboard, all my fellow Texans. The Lone Star State. I believe you're the only state in the Union allowed to fly the flag the same height as the Stars and Stripes, if memory serves me correctly. I could be wrong. Ah, there we go. Get a good view of Norwegian Star reversing around the corner here. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one, shipmates. We got a couple more movements during the week, which I may or may not broadcast, depending on my own personal movements. But definitely next Saturday is another Super Saturday. We've got 5 ships next Saturday, and I think we've got 3 on Thursday, 3 on Friday, 5 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and then 3 on Monday. Oh, we've hit the busy times. We've definitely hit the busy times. I should continue to follow Norwegian Star for a little while. But if you are interested in any of the cruises we've been showing today from our Charles Swanson Paul from Love Cruise, do give him a call and he'll help you out. Tap the QR code on the screen now. And equally, if you are interested in our group cruise, that is the link there. Right, shipmates, with that, I'm going to be heading off to the galley shortly, but last but not least, I should take a little trip down to the Dancing Man, and I think I should be on schedule. Everything's gone really smoothly today. Busy.
Yes, good evening again, sir.
Busy, but incredibly smooth. Right then, shipmates, hope you've enjoyed that one. Just like to thank all my PayPal donors, patrons, members of the channels, and subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed, please do think about subscribing. I know a lot of you watch it on a television. It's not quite so easy to subscribe on a television, but see if you can have a go, or do it on your phone or something. It certainly helps the channel out a lot. And of course, many thanks to the Blue Spanner crew who look after the chat, not only these live streams, but all the other chats, and do an absolutely fantastic job. Up till next time, shipmates.